In 1938, there were approximately 1 million comic books printed in the United States. 6 years later, by 1944, DC Comics and Fawcett Comics accounted for 44 million comic books being printed in the United States. So why then are comics from the early 40s into the mid 40s considered somewhat scarce or hard to find? Well, I think that's for two reasons. One, comics were a form of disposable entertainment. They were 10 cents, they were printed on cheap newsprint paper, and they were targeted at kids who would read them, put them in their back pockets, fold it up, tear them up, and ultimately they hit the trash can. I think the other thing, the second item that contributes to the scarcity of some early 1940s to the mid 1940s comics are the paper drives that occurred during World War II. After the U.S. got into the war in 1941, they encouraged the families in the country to recycle lots of things, including waste paper. Waste paper consisted of newspaper, magazines, and of course, comic books. The publishers printed pages in their comic book magazines encouraging waste paper to be collected and recycled as weapons of war. Alfred here, Batman and Robin's loyal butler, encouraged a kid to go out and collect waste paper for the war effort. Superman, in one of his magazines, also encouraged the collection of waste paper for recycling and contribution to the war effort. Timely, with their star Captain America, also on this page, in this ad, encouraged the collection of waste paper for the war effort. And it was very successful because millions and millions and millions of pounds of comic books were collected and they were recycled into other paper that was used during the war. DC went all out on their cover of World's Finest Comics, number 13, printed in the spring of 1944, which was the height of the superhero publications during the mid-40s. They went all out and encouraged the collection of waste paper and the recycling of paper, including comic books. And in a way, this is sort of the ultimate irony because the publishers themselves encouraged this collection of waste paper and the recycling of waste paper, which resulted in the somewhat relative scarcity of 1940s comic books.